Hello guys, in this video I'll explain you how to create Jira account in 2025 with new Jira UI. With help of this video you are going to take basic knowledge about Jira, and I describe like a list of 6 things I think every project manager must know about Jira. It's about how to create new Jira account, what basic pricing models Jira have, then how to configure that Jira account and start working there, how to create projects, what type of projects do you need for software development, how to configure Jira workflows and statuses, what is issue type, what issue types are supported in Jira, how to configure boards, create and edit tasks, and how to add new users to Jira and how to manage them. So today I prepare agenda for this video. You will know how to create account, set up a project, about issue types, statuses, workflows, how to create a board and create tasks and bugs. And last one is how to add new users to Jira. So I will share my screen. We'll start from the beginning of the flow. So let's start typing Jira create new account, and let's use the first link from here. So as you know, Jira it's part of features from Atlassian, and if you're going to use it you will see much more useful features as Trello, Confluence, and I will talk about them, but a little bit later. Right now we need to create Jira account. Jira asks you enter your work email. If you want, you can add it here, but I will use my Google account. Now on this screen, you need to type a name of your URL. Prefer the name of your company, and you will see this URL every day when you're going to use Jira or share task. Then press continue. You can skip this part, but I prefer to select software development of first area you're going to work with. The answer on this question will help Jira to prepare the preferred project for you. So I will select manage tasks, and let's go with that. It doesn't matter what you select on that step. Right now, Jira under hood is configuring your project board, and you see it. So over here, let me zoom it a bit again. So here Jira asks you to create first project. We can try to do that. Test project. Welcome project. Remember to also use good naming convention for your Jira projects, and it's very important at the beginning when you start to use it. Also, you need to have a rule for yourself how to use that project, because you can use Jira to create business projects, and you can use Jira to create software development projects. I will talk about it maybe in future videos, but be careful also with naming, because naming is important. And let's select like I am familiar with Jira. You can press not familiar. If we press this, we will see some advice from Jira. Let's create a project and press get started. Okay, now we can see new Jira UI, how it look like, and let's start. First, we need to know how to create a project. Right now, main menu of the Jira is on left side, and the most important thing you need to start to work with task is a project. So you can have multiple projects, but for a new person who work with Jira, I recommend start to work in your first project and build your work there. You just need to press this plus button, and over here you will see templates of projects in Jira. If you work in software development, I recommend instantly go to this folder, software development, and for project where you are going to work with tasks, let's first time select Kanban type. So sorry, back. Let me go back. So also is important project type Scrum type, but I'll explain in other video their differences. If you need to start work like immediately right now, use this Kanban project. It will help you quickly to organize tasks, see a board, and start to work on it like as fast as possible. So let's select Kanban. Over here, by default, always press the use template. I recommend you always select this company managed project because it has a lot of advanced features and has no limitations. So ignore it. When you will use Jira, you will try to use that team managed project recommendation. Use this one to have all Jira features, like press select company managed project. And over here again, we're on screen when we select name. So let's name this project. Let's imagine we are going to build Facebook. Yes, let's name it Facebook. And over here, it's project key. It's very important configuration. So because every Jira issue has own key, and you will use Jira use this like key plus some number to identify like tasks. And in this field, important not to type a lot of letters because it will difficult for you to use it in future. So my recommendation is to type at least 2 letters over here because it will be easy to you to remember them and to use them. So if you have one project or two, it's not important, but if you are going to have 20, 30, 40 projects in Jira, you will need to remember these numbers. So be careful about it. And for future, imagine when you gonna have multiple projects, you will need to use this option like share setting with existing project because, for example, you can configure some specific fields, statuses, tasks, and when you create project from a scratch, it will have only like default number of that fields and how task in that project look like. But when you select this share setting with existing projects, it's fresh Jira account, so nothing is here, but you will be able to select a project here and your tasks, task fields, workflows and statuses will be the same as in that project. So it's important. By default, if it's fresh new project, leave it as it is. Okay, so press create project, wait a little bit. Voila. So we have a project, we have default board. And right now we need to at least create an issue to start work on that project. And Jira has a lot of buttons, how to create them. This one is the main and most important. And when you press create button, you will see this model window. And let's talk about Jira issue types. By default, Jira has 3 issue types, like epic, task, a bug. Story, it's like additional issue type, but it's like the same role in Jira as for task, but just different name because someone like to name task or issues like user stories. That's why it's here, but we can change it. How the data is structured in Jira. As we saw before, the main in Jira is project. Yes. And then when you create an issues, after project, we have epic. It's like second group for project. And when you create an epic, it's like a task type which can group another tasks. Stories and tasks and bugs can be part of epic. So this is default screen of creation of new issue. You need for epic, you can enter some summary. So let's build for Facebook homepage. Facebook homepage. This is about Jira, so I will not spend a lot of time to explain every field, every like details. Just leave your comment if you want to know more details. Let's just create an issue so we can show you how to add bugs and tasks, so you can understand that hierarchy for epics. Parent, you don't need field description. This epic will contain tasks and bugs related to what? To Facebook homepage. Okay, let's do like that. This is description. You can type whatever you want. It's like text editor. You can also play with it, but over here you can select priority. So every epic task in Jira has own priorities. You also can configure it in Jira. What priorities do you want to see in your projects? It's a team. You also can collaborate with team, but we don't use it. There are a lot of fields, but you don't need it. Important for you is assignee. It's like to display who should work on that tasks. Let's select. We have right now only one account. Let's select it. Yes, and press create. So this is default configuration from scratch how you're gonna work with Jira. Yes, every time you create Jira with help of blue button, when something happened, when issue is created, you will see this notification on the left bottom screen. Ta-da! You are on the issue page. Jira recommends you to learn and use their advices, but let's skip it for now. So now you see how a page with like specific task look like. You have this block with URL. It's default for Jira. Over here you have like the main information about task, and on the right side you have like additional field details. And as I told you, epic is main like second by hierarchy type of grouping of issues in Jira, and you can connect another issues into the single epic. For example, when you press this button, select child issue, and you can create, as I told you, or task or story or bug. Let's task number 1, press enter, task number 2. This is the fastest way to create a task if you need to create a lot of them. So remember about it. Task number 3, task number 4. Yes. So, okay. On the right screen, you can like manage how do you want to use the Jira, change everything, and you can create or task or bugs from this screen as you wish. Yes. Bug number 1, bug number 2. And as you see, by default, when you do that, these tasks and bugs, they are, when you open them, their assignee is empty. To automate it, you need to go to your project settings over here, and let's open a new tab, project settings. Okay, and over here you can select project lead and default assignee project lead and press save. And when you do that, when you open some epic, press add child issue, bug number 3. You will see Jira will automatically assign it to you. Okay, so that's about basic how to create tasks. This blue button and also Jira give you advice with this create issue buttons over here. How to customize statuses. For example, you start to work with Jira, by default you see backlog selected for development in progress and done, but you need to change it. You have another workflow. So to do that, you need to go over here, then issues, and this is for the beginner. It's hard to understand this configuration. In scope of this video, you should just copy what I am doing so you can know how to change and edit statuses for your projects, for example. Scroll down to this menu and find statuses. Yes, and you see a lot of statuses over here in this screen, but when you go to the ticket, one sec, you see statuses over here selected for development in progress and done. But in Jira in general, we have much more statuses. How it works? You have some hidden parameter in Jira associated workflow, and you can select create some status which will be available only selected workflow, and with help of this configuration you can have different workflows for different projects. But let's do some like default workflow for everyone and create custom statuses. Yes, let's press this add status button. And what do we need? We have like selected for development in progress done. Let's create status ready to test, in testing, and ready to deploy. Let's select create two of them. So ready to test status. Okay, I recommend add some descriptions over here. And right now we need to select category. Jira like to split the data, and for the statuses of tasks, Jira have three main categories: to do, gray one; in progress, blue one; and done, green one. You will, in future videos, I will tell much more about these categories and status categories, but right now let's determine that if it's testing, its job is in progress, so let's select category in progress. You also can some custom icon add for that, but let's save it by default, press add. You see it was added here, but no associated workflows. So now let's add ready to deploy status. And this one ready to deploy, let's pretend it's green one. Yes. So like it almost done, and put it to this category. And right now, let's check. Let's rename selected for development for some shorter for to do, so it's easy to understand. Let's press edit. Let's rename it to do. Okay, updated. So now we update it. Let's see, refresh task. You see it was updated over here, but we have a problem. We need associated workflow for them. How to do that? You need to go to workflow schemas. Yes, and you see that your project use these workflow schemas. Yes, let's click on it. And over here you see what statuses are in that backlog. Yes, you see the diagram of backlog. Now you need to Workflow design may not behave correctly. Okay, no problem. Now you need to edit this and modify this workflow from this screen. Press edit. And we need what? We need add status. We already add for ready to test. And this workflows is also a very interesting thing. You can build custom workflows with some limits. And this is important button. If you're new one, press this button, allow all statuses to transition to this one. Sorry, ready to test. Edit here. And we need to add ready to deploy also. Okay, and press this button, because if you don't, you will have limitation and we need to build step by step what needs to be done. So, okay, so now we have this ready to test and ready to deploy statuses. You can put it like here. Wait. Let's move it a little bit. And let's do like that. Yes. And press save. To save it, you need to press publish draft. You also can modify over here, add new different statuses also from this window. You can add specific transitions. You can play with it as you need, but you need to remember where this menu is. Setting, issues, and then workflows. Press publish draft. I always play save backup copy, so we can also do that. And publish. So right now, for Facebook project, we edit our workflow. And over here, when you refresh it, you will see this issue, these statuses for each issue type in your project. You see. Right now, let's go to your project board, and you see this like default Kanban board with 4 boards. Backlog selected for development, in progress, done. I think you will need to modify it to start work with that, and to modify the boards. You need to modify your board settings. To do that in new Jira design, you need to go this find board, press that dots, and go to board settings. And over here, you can change board name, administration, location, what project is related to. You can right now this board display all the tasks related to this project, but you can also modify with specific filter, but we will talk about it later in other videos. To basic configuration of the board, you need this page columns, where you can modify the columns of the board and change the which statuses will be related to each column. And right now let's do first to do, rename it, or like our backlog. Second will be in progress. So this one to identify tasks in backlog which needs to be done. This one, let's leave it backlog. Okay. This one will be in progress. Second one will be in testing, and the last one will be like done. What we missed ready to deploy over here. Let's create additional column, name it ready to deploy, put to, you see when you press ready to deploy, it understands that it's done category. When you create this board, Jira automatically detects that you have this status and we put it here. But we have ready to test status, and it doesn't match with any of these columns, and you need manually to move it here. And when you do that, the board was automatically saved. And let me show you a problem. You can see, but you can use it as life hack to resolve in future. For example, you have some tasks in, let's put it, when you additional feature of the board, when you drag a task, you can put whatever you want. And if in this column we have two statuses, you can put this task to status in progress or to status ready to test. Let's put it ready to test, for example. And you can see a request in future from your developers about a problem that they don't see some tasks. And it can happen when this configuration is made when you have some unmapped issues over here. And when you go to the board, refresh it, this one should disappear. You see? FC number 3, it disappeared from a board. And to bring it back, you just need to change this configuration to in testing and refresh. So now you can edit your tasks. You can switch them between statuses. Yes, and you can start your basic work with Jira with help of this video. When you configure your board, add your task, you need to add some users. Go to this button, user management, and you just need to enter email address and add team members over here. They will receive invites and will be able to join your team, or press this button, invite users, select user email, and already you can pre-configure that user role. Yes, by default you can also add some admin access to that user, and that's pretty all. Just select list of emails you need, put it there. This is basic Jira configuration I talk you about. Jira, it's like very huge feature. It has a lot of different tricks, options, features for developers. It's like it can be custom dashboards, it can be filtering. You can use different filter to get whatever data you need. You can create custom fields over here, a lot of them. You can manage how it looks like. You can automate Jira workflows. For example, when you create ticket in project Facebook, it automatically something can happen. Yes, for example, assign to person number 1 or fill whatever label you need. And I hope I will talk about this in my future videos. Like in this one, it is the first, and I tried just to explain basics. What was in my plan and I forget it, it's what about pricing in Jira. Yes, you can Google it. You can go to Jira official page and pricing, and you can see their price. You can use it for free if you have at least 10 users. Some of features are not available, some cool features, but probably if you have small team, you can do everything you need in this free subscription. For the most teams, like 10, 20, 50, 100 members, I can recommend this standard option. I think standard features are pretty enough to use. If you need some custom feature, you can buy Jira extension on market. We also will talk about it in other video. So Jira is very cool free feature for management of your job. Thank you for watching this video. This is my first video. And that's pretty all. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. Thank you again about watching the video. Feel free to ask more about project management. Bye bye.